Your retinol isn't what you think it is. That trusted bottle on your bathroom shelf, the one you've reached for every single night for years, may be hiding something the label never told you. Independent laboratory testing has detected benzene, a known carcinogen, in multiple popular retinol and treatment products. The contamination levels in some cases exceeded FDA safety thresholds by alarming margins. In 2022, Valisure Laboratory petitioned the FDA to recall multiple contaminated skincare products after detecting benzene at levels up to 12 parts per million. Every night you apply these products, you hand control of your health to companies that may not deserve your trust. Today, I'm exposing 7 retinol brands you need to stop using immediately, and 4 safer alternatives that actually respect your skin. Number 1. La Roche-Posay Effaclar and Retinol Treatment Lines. You trusted pharmacy-grade branding. You believed the clinical packaging meant superior safety standards. You were wrong. La Roche-Posay has built its entire reputation on the promise of dermatologist-backed, sensitive skin-safe formulations. Women over 40 gravitated toward this brand precisely because it felt medically credible, like something your doctor would quietly approve. But in 2022, Valisure Independent Laboratory submitted a formal petition to the FDA after detecting benzene contamination in multiple La Roche-Posay Effaclar treatment products, with some samples reaching up to 12 parts per million, a level considered unsafe by any regulatory standard. Benzene is not an ingredient, it is a contaminant, one classified as a known human carcinogen. It does not appear on any label. It forms silently, often through degradation of unstable formulas exposed to heat, light, and time. And where do most women store their skincare? In warm, humid bathrooms, exactly the conditions that accelerate chemical breakdown. Now consider how you use this product. You apply it nightly. You press it into thin, aging skin that no longer repairs itself the way it did at 30. Your barrier is weaker. Your absorption rate is higher. What once sat harmlessly on the surface now penetrates deeper, faster. This is not about one bad batch. This is about a pattern of formulation instability that raises serious questions about whether these products were ever truly designed with long-term aging skin in mind. You paid for protection. You may have received chronic low-dose exposure instead. Number 2, Proactiv, anti-aging and retinoid treatment systems. Proactiv was supposed to be the brand that fixed your skin. First, it promised to clear your acne. Then it promised to turn back the clock on aging. What it never promised was transparency about what might be forming inside those bottles. Valishure's 2022 FDA petition flagged multiple Proactiv benzoyl peroxide and retinoid-based treatment products for benzene contamination, with levels exceeding FDA safety thresholds. This is not a fringe finding. This is laboratory-documented evidence submitted to federal regulators. Think about the women who have used Proactiv for decades. They started in their 20s, battling breakouts. They continued into their 40s and 50s, reaching for the same brand out of habit, out of loyalty, out of trust. Night after night, year after year, they layered these products onto their faces, never suspecting that their anti-aging routine might be working against their long-term health. Aging skin is not the same skin you had at 25. It is thinner. It is slower to heal. It absorbs active ingredients and contaminants more readily. The formula that felt fine on resilient young skin now sits on a compromised barrier that cannot protect itself the way it once could. Proactiv never evolved with you. It kept selling you the same aggressive approach while your skin became increasingly vulnerable. Number 3, Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. Retinol. Line. Neutrogena has been a bathroom staple for generations. Your mother probably used it. You probably used it. Your daughter might be using it right now. That familiarity breeds a dangerous kind of trust the kind that stops you from questioning what you're actually putting on your face. Valisure Laboratories' 2022 FDA petition detected benzene formation in benzoyl peroxide and retinoid-based skincare products, including Neutrogena treatment formulas. The contamination did not come from the factory floor. It formed inside the product itself, through chemical degradation triggered by storage conditions. Your bathroom is not a climate-controlled pharmaceutical vault. It is warm. It is humid. It is exactly the environment where unstable formulations break down and toxic compounds emerge. Every time you open that cabinet, reached for that familiar orange bottle, and smoothed that cream across your face, you may have been exposing yourself to something the brand never warned you about. Neutrogena marketed rapid wrinkle. Repair is the answer to visible aging, smoother skin, fewer lines, younger appearance. What they failed to mention is that their formula may not have been stable enough to sit safely in your home. The promise was rejuvenation. The reality may have been invisible chemical exposure, accumulating night after night on skin that no longer has the resilience to defend itself. Number 4. Clinique Anti-Aging. Clinical retinol lines. Clinique charges premium prices. The clean white packaging, the minimalist aesthetic, the department store counters staffed by professionals in lab coats, all of it signals superior quality. You paid more because you believed you were getting something safer, something better, something worthy of your trust. Valishure's 2022 testing included Clinique skincare treatments among the products flagged for benzene contamination. Luxury branding does not protect you from industrial-scale manufacturing risks. It does not shield you from formulation chemistry failures. It does not guarantee that what you're paying extra for is actually safer than the drugstore alternative. This is the betrayal that stings the most. You did everything right. You invested in quality. You chose the prestige brand. You trusted that higher cost meant higher standards. And yet the same contamination concerns that plague mass-market products appeared in your premium skincare as well. Aging skin deserves better than this. After 40, your barrier function declines. Your cell turnover slows. Your skin becomes more reactive, more sensitive, more vulnerable to irritation and inflammation. The formula that worked at 30 now triggers tightness, redness, and discomfort. Clinique never adapted to the reality of mature skin. They kept selling you the same approach while charging you more for the privilege. Number 5. Clearasil retinoid and acne treatment products. Clearasil is a name that triggers nostalgia. You remember those products from your teenage years, the desperate attempts to control breakouts before school dances and yearbook photos. What you may not realize is that those same products followed you into adulthood, rebranded and repositioned as anti-aging solutions. Valisure Laboratories' 2022 FDA petition detected benzene in multiple over-the-counter acne and retinoid treatment products, including Clearasil formulas. The contamination formed through degradation processes, not necessarily initial ingredient quality. This creates a uniquely troubling exposure timeline. Women who use Clearasil as teenagers and then return to the brand for anti-aging treatment have potentially experienced decades of cumulative exposure. That is not a single bad purchase. That is a lifetime of unknowing risk. Your skin at 50 is nothing like your skin at 15. It is structurally different, functionally different, and far more permeable to whatever you apply. The products that felt harsh but tolerable on resilient teenage skin now penetrate a barrier that has lost its defensive capacity. Clearasil never acknowledged this transition. They simply kept selling you the same aggressive formulations, banking on brand recognition rather than formula evolution. Number 6. Rodan and Fields Prescription Strength Retinol Systems. Rodan and Fields built its empire on the promise of medical-grade results without a prescription. The brand positioned itself as the sophisticated choice, the regimen serious women use when they're serious about aging. But sophisticated marketing does not equal superior safety. Between 2019 and 2022, Rodan and Fields faced multiple class action lawsuits in the United States, alleging misleading safety claims, inadequate side effect warnings, and aggressive marketing practices related to their retinoid formulas. Legal allegations do not represent final conclusions, but they do represent a pattern of consumer complaints significant enough to trigger formal legal action. The concerns center on aggressive retinoid concentrations that raise risks of barrier damage, chronic inflammation, pigmentation disruption, and persistent irritation, all of which are amplified on aging skin. Women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s do not have the repair capacity they once did. Aggressive actives that might have been tolerable on younger skin now create visible damage that undermines the very anti-aging goals these products promise. You signed up for wrinkle reduction. You may have received barrier destruction instead. The prescription strength promise came with drug-level irritation risks that no one adequately disclosed. Number 7. Olay Regenerist Retinol 24. Line Olay is the definition of a legacy brand. It has been on drugstore shelves for decades, marketed to generation after generation of women as the affordable path to younger-looking skin. That familiarity creates blind trust, the kind that stops you from reading ingredient lists or questioning formulation choices. The Environmental Working Group's product safety reviews, conducted between 2021 and 2024, assigned moderate hazard ratings to Olay Regenerist Retinol 24 products based on fragrance components and preservative blends linked to irritation and endocrine concerns. This is the cruelest irony in skincare. Your anti-aging cream may be aging you faster. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the primary drivers of visible skin aging. It accelerates collagen breakdown. It disrupts barrier function. It creates the very lines, sagging, and dullness you were trying to prevent. Olay packed their Retinol 24 line with fragrance because it smells nice, because it feels luxurious, because it triggers positive sensory associations that make you want to keep buying. But fragrance serves no functional skincare purpose. It exists purely for marketing appeal, and on mature, sensitized skin, it creates the inflammation that accelerates aging. The formula prioritized your purchasing experience over your skin's actual needs. Before I share safer alternatives, I need to be completely clear. I have no affiliation, sponsorship, or partnership with any of the brands I am about to recommend. These recommendations come from research and personal experience only, not paid endorsements. If you are finding this information valuable, please take a moment to subscribe so you don't miss future videos that could protect your health. Paula's Choice Clinical 1% Retinol Treatment. This is what transparency actually looks like. Paula's Choice built its reputation on one radical premise: tell women exactly what is in their skincare and why. The clinical 1%. Retinol treatment uses encapsulated retinol, a delivery system that protects the active ingredient from degradation and releases it gradually into the skin. This matters enormously for aging skin that cannot tolerate the aggressive burst delivery of unstable formulas. Board-certified dermatologists widely recommend this product. It has won multiple Allure Best of Beauty awards. The ingredient list is fully disclosed, with no hidden fragrance blends or vague proprietary complexes. After the contamination concerns and irritation risks of the previous products, this feels like finally exhaling. Your skin gets effective retinol without the barrier assault. You get results without the chronic inflammation. The one honest limitation is price. Paula's Choice is not a drugstore brand, and the clinical line reflects that positioning. But after years of paying for products that may have been harming you, investing in something genuinely safer might be exactly what your skin deserves. The Inkey List Retinol Serum. Not everyone can afford premium skincare, and safety should not be a luxury. The Inkey List delivers minimalist formulations with clear ingredient labeling, no fragrance, and beginner-friendly retinol strength. Dermatology publications have praised this brand for its transparency and accessibility. The formula respects reactive skin instead of overwhelming it. If you have been using aggressive retinoids that left your skin tight, red, and irritated, this is the reset button. The strength is intentionally lower, which means visible results take longer. But for skin that has been compromised by years of harsh products, slower progress with intact barrier function beats rapid results with chronic damage. Budget conscious does not have to mean safety compromised. Versed Press Restart, Gentle Retinol Serum. Versed earned EWG verified certification, a designation that requires rigorous safety transparency and clean formulation standards. The Press Restart serum uses encapsulated retinol paired with barrier-supporting ingredients designed specifically for dry, mature, irritation-prone skin. This is the formula that acknowledges what aging skin actually needs, not aggressive actives that treat your face like it's still 25. The relief is immediate. No tightness, no burning, no dry pull that makes you dread your evening routine. The honest limitation is efficacy. This is milder wrinkle correction than prescription-strength alternatives. But after everything you've learned today about what aggressive formulas can do to vulnerable skin, milder might be exactly what protection looks like. Medic 8 Crystal Retinol Series. For women who want serious anti-aging results without the contamination and irritation risks, Medic 8 offers clinical-grade retinaldehyde with documented stability testing. Retinaldehyde is one step closer to retinoic acid than standard retinol, meaning it converts faster and delivers more visible results. But the encapsulation system and gradual strength ladder protect your barrier from the damage that typically accompanies stronger retinoids. Dermatology literature widely supports retinaldehyde efficacy. Clinical studies document real results. This is the product for advanced anti-aging users who refuse to accept the false choice between effectiveness and safety. The limitations are cost and availability. Medic 8 is not on every drugstore shelf, and the price reflects its clinical positioning. But for deep wrinkle correction without the risks, this is where formulation science actually delivers on its promises. What to do with this information. Now stop using any product from the flagged list tonight. Do not wait until the bottle runs out. Do not convince yourself that your specific batch is probably fine. Check your bathroom cabinet, your travel bag, your backup supplies. Remove these products from your routine completely. Replace them with alternatives that prioritize stability, transparency, and barrier protection. Your skin at 40, 50, 60, and beyond deserves formulations designed for its current reality, not recycled formulas from decades ago that never evolved with your needs. You did not cause this problem. You trusted brands that did not deserve that trust. You followed routines that no one told you might be harmful. Now you have the information to take back control. Watch another video on this channel to learn what else might be hiding in your daily routine. Subscribe so you never miss critical information like this again. Stay safe and protect your skin.